woke me this morning, stood me on my square, faced the east and then recite my prayer. Allah, the Father of the universe, the Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my guide, and my salvation. By night and day and through his holy prophet, True Ali. Amen. Amen. We should say it. Amen. Amen. Everybody say amen. Amen.
Praise Allah.
Brothers and sisters, I want to welcome you back to life, back to the Holy One that can make your next chapter your best chapter. Listen, how could this be that you love the most unlovable part of me? You help me see the only thing in life we need is purity to be free. It's amazing with you. We win even if we lose. Everything's working for our good always. Allah saved the day. He sent us through. He won't fail. That's not what superheroes do. No greater love make my heart beat. All I wanna do is make him proud of me. I just wanna love everybody like Allah. Love everybody like Allah. Love everybody like Allah. Come to thee. The holy covenant is how we practice creed. Under our fig tree, we've been redeemed. That's wisdom, will, and love is universal deed. This is heavenly. It's amazing with you. We win even if we lose. Everything's working for our good for always. Allah saved the day. He sent us through. He won't fail. That's not what superheroes do. No greater love make my heart beat. All I wanna do is make him proud of me. I just wanna love everybody like Allah. Love everybody like Allah. Love everybody like Allah. I just wanna love everybody like True Ali. Love everybody like True Ali. Love everybody like. He saved the day. He sent us through. He won't fail. That's not what superheroes do. No greater love make my heart beat. All I wanna do is make him proud of me. I just wanna love everybody like Allah. Love everybody like Allah. Love everybody like Allah. I just wanna love everybody like True Ali. Love everybody like True Ali. Love everybody like True. Allah saved the day. He sent us through. He won't fail. That's not what superheroes do. No greater love make my heart beat. All I wanna do is make him proud of me. I just wanna love everybody like Allah. Love everybody like Allah. Love everybody like Allah. I just wanna love everybody like True Ali. Love everybody like True Ali. Love everybody like True. We just gotta learn to love instead of hate. We just gotta learn to love instead of hate. We just gotta learn to love instead of hate. One more time. We just gotta learn to love instead of hate. Learn to love instead of hate. Learn to love. Learn to love instead of hate.
Praise Allah. Happy Wednesday.
Happy
Happy
Wellness
Wellness
Wednesday.
Wednesday. First, I rise and give praise to whom we refer to at times as being the great God Allah. Honors to his prophet, Noble Drew Ali. Honors to all true and divine prophets, Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, Confucius, etc. I give honors to the forerunner, Marcus Garvey. I give honors to all past Supreme Grand Advisors and moderators, Brother C. Kirkman Bey, Brother F. Nelson Bey, Brother J. Blakely Bey. I give honors to the former Grand Sheik and moderator, Brother R. Love Ill. I give honors to the present Grand Sheik and moderator, who is the moderator of the Moorish Science Temple of America, Brother R. Jones Bey, and his assistant, Brother Hazim Hopkins Bey. I give honors to our Grand National Chairman, Brother P. Chase Ill, and his assistant. I give honors to the Grand National Mufti, Brother J. Frazier Bey, and his special staff. And I give honors to all Grand Governors and their assistants, all Grand Sheiks and their assistants. I give honors to our Grand Sheik, our brother man at Branch Temple number 11, in Syracuse, New York, Brother S. Aniel Bey and his assistant, Brother C. Martin Stansu Ill and their special staff. And I want to give honors to our Brother C.G. Bey, Temple File, St. Louis, Missouri. I want to give honors to your temple. I want to give honors to your Grand Sheik, Brother T. Austin Ill. You know, I want to give honors to Brother Streeter Ill. Brother T. Irons Ill, Sister and Brother Brown Ill. I know I'm missing some Moors. Forgive me, Moors, but you know, very, very, very profound temple.
Islam.
Very learned and studied temple. You know, I had the honors to, you know, to be in the company of some of those Moors, you know, and hear some of those Moors demonstrate. But I definitely continue my honors to our two flags, the American flag and the Moorish flag, and my honors to my wife, Sister L. Berry Bey, and honors to everybody watching, all truth seekers, all tillers of the soil, all generous souls, all seekers after truth. You know, we give honors too. But I want to take a read from the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America, divinely prepared by the noble prophet Drew Ali, by the guiding of his father, the great God of the universe, to redeem man from the sinful, fallen stage of humanity back to the highest plane of life with his father, God Allah. I'll take a read from page 17. Page 17, chapter 11. I'm going to read the first two instructions. Jesus and Barada, together they read the sacred books. Among the Buddhist priests was one who saw lofty wisdom in the words that Jesus spoke. It was Barato Arabo. Together, Jesus and Barato read the Jewish Psalms and prophets and the Vedas, the Avestas, and the wisdom of Guatemala.
Islam.
Praise Allah.
Praise Allah. Praise Allah. Happy Wellness
Happy
Wednesday.
Wellness Wednesday.
Again, welcome, my dear brother. Well, first I rise and give praise to Allah. I give honor to the prophet and everything that my husband have given honors to. Brother G. Bey, please introduce yourself.
Islam Moors.
Islam.
I rise to give pure perfect praise to Allah, Father of the universe, Author, the Creator, the Governor of the world, Almighty, Eternal, and Incomprehensible, one who is supreme, most wise, and beneficent. To him alone belongs worship, adoration, thanksgiving, and praise. Give honor to his love thought made manifest January the 8th, 1886, and none other than Prophet Noble Ali, one who was charged, divinely inspired, and divinely prepared to bring those unconscious Asiatics their nationality and divine creed, to know that they are not Negroes, color folks, black people, Ethiopians, to know that they are Moorish American Muslims who are of Moroccan descent.
Islam.
Currency paid from the way, August 17th, 1887, and the brother Marcus Mosiah Garvey, who said, up you mighty race and accomplish what you will.
That's right.
CEO of the largest so-called Negro organization today, the UNIA.
That's right.
Whose motto was one God, one aim, one destiny. Honors to all Grand Sheiks and leaders of the Moorish Science Temple of America, those we know and those we don't know. I give honors to all the past Grand Governors of the state of Missouri, Brother T.P. Gill, Brother L. Lee Bay. I give honors to the former Grand Governor of the state of Missouri, Brother T.I. Zeta. I give honors to the current Grand Governor of the state of Missouri, Brother L. Thompson Bay, and his assistant, Brother Z Street of Il, to give honors to the Grand Sheik of my home temple, supporting temple number 5, Brother T. Austin Il, and his assistant again, Brother Z Street of Il, to give honors to our sister temple, supporting temple number 75, to his Grand Sheik, Brother L. Thompson Bay, and to his assistant, Brother J. Cushan Bay. Islam, I give honors to
Islam.
prophets, Jesus, Muhammad, Buddhists, and Confucius, and those we know, those we don't know.
That's
I honor
right.
you, because when man honors man, he honors his Father God Allah. Islam, Moors.
Islam.
Islam, brother man.
Islam. Yes, I'm here on you Wednesday night. Well, this Wednesday.
That's right. Right. That's right.
Sakara. You know, it's a beautiful thing. You know, I had to prepare the coming of the prophet. I had to prepare the prophet. You know, it's important that we always stay prepared for the prophet. So that way,
right.
That's right. We stay ready.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right. So, you know, Brother G Bay, CG Bay, we're going to just jump right into the discussion.
Mm-hmm.
Our healthy dialogue is on the Buddha of enlightenment, you know, and so we'll start off with Buddha, the sacred lessons. That's our first keynote. The sacred lessons are universal. They're universal. So you want to talk about Buddha and your experience. I know that you spoke about healing yourself with the Buddha.
And Muay Thai.
And Muay Thai. How you say it?
Muay Thai.
Muay Thai.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. I joined the Moorish Science Temple of America July 4th, 2011. I proclaimed my nationality then. I got into a real bad accident. Really hurt in hospital for about 2 weeks. Had to heal. Internal, you know, from physical wise, spiritual wise, mental wise, I had to heal. So I was doing a lot of different combinations of, you know, going to the doctor, going to the farmer's market, but I was also seeking an outlet. You know, and I found this outlet through my coach and trainer and crew, Jermaine Andre, world champion. This brother, he's from homegrown St. Louis. Our lineage, which is Muay Thai from Thailand, is derived straight from Thailand. A Thailandese brother named Su Pat, and he taught an Asiatic brother named Ron Smith. This brother, he was karate world champion. He was trained by it's a brother named Henry Armstrong, 3-time world champion boxer Henry Armstrong. He was trained by him. Jermaine came into training with Ron Smith early in his career. I bumped into Jermaine at one of the oldest, or I should say one of the earliest malls in America, which is Jamestown Mall here in St. Louis, Missouri, North County. And, it just caught me, you know, I was needing to heal. I always loved martial arts, always was a fighter, even from a child, you know, I was born premature. I've always been a fighter, always, my whole life, you know, I've always had a foe to fight. So I joined Jermaine, I think it was in 2013, I want to say the year 2013, and I've been with him ever since. Been developing my martial arts skill and participated in many competitions, Muay Thai, even some jiu-jitsu, some mixed martial arts. That's a big thing now.
Okay.
But yes, it's been a process. Not only
Islam, brother G Bake, if you will, quick, can you explain who Jermaine is?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Her brother Jermaine Andre. Yes, he's a 2-time world champion and mixed martial artist. Hailing from St. Louis, Missouri. He currently has a school in Richmond Heights called JAMA. This brother, he's come from a very, very profound background, and he's able to build himself up and become world champion. And he's built schools all throughout St. Louis that incorporates many nationalities, many races of people, and in that school of thought there, I was able to actually exercise, you know, my spirit.
That's
Praise
right.
Allah.
That's right.
Praise Allah.
Praise Allah.
And you spoke about Buddha. You know, you like the Buddha. You know, we know that.
Yes, ma'am. Buddhism. Yes, ma'am.
That is the sacred lessons that prophet talk about. Those additional sacred books.
Yeah.
You know.
Mhm.
Yes. The Vestas and the Vedas and the wisdom of Guatemala. Yes.
Mhm.
You know, I was just studying on how the brother Jesus was traveling all over India. You know, and those cities are still there, like
Mhm.
Tak and Benares. These cities are still there, and
Mhm.
you know, the prophet Buddha. You know, he was a well-off man. He came from a family of kings, and
Mm.
you know, I believe I'm not sure exactly how the story goes, but I think he was like in a car jogging up. He was passing some
Mhm.
people by, and he seen like a sick man, seen a poor man, and he was wondering why these people where they was in that condition. And
Mhm.
uh,
Mhm.
he in Buddhism they practice spiritual enlightenment to where they get to a
Mhm.
spiritual state of nirvana, and
Mhm.
so that's like that's their highest self.
That's right.
That's
That's right.
right.
Wow. Praise Allah. So we're
Yeah.
gonna move into our next key where you spoke about keep these lessons sacred. And I'll just give you one of the quotes you made. You said, utilize these tools, be consistent. Consistency is key.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, consistency is key. And the
Yes,
prophet,
ma'am. Consistency is key. You know, in order to stay sharp. You know, to stay sharp, you have to stay consistent. You know, with your practice. You know, more so than staying consistency with anything else. You must stay consistent with the work and with the practice, so
that's
you
right.
can stay sharp. You know, because you're gonna be tested, and when it's time to go to work, you know, you know, there's no, oh, I'm still getting ready. No, you have to be ready. You know, that's why the prophet teaches us, more, if you're not ready, you better get ready.
Ready. That's right.
You know, uh, the
Mhm.
tools that we use in the workshop of the mind, I was just reading that earlier and how it starts off with using the square first.
Mhm.
All those tools, in the way the prophet of Jali explains those tools and the order he explains those tools. Those
Mm-hmm.
are that's the order in which you use them. You
That's
know,
right.
you
Mhm.
use the square to measure all your lines,
Right.
straighten out the crooked places of the way. You
Mhm.
know, if you don't utilize your tools, they're gonna grow rusty. If you don't utilize the tools, your skills are gonna grow rusty. You're not gonna be as proficient in it because
That's right.
you
Mhm.
yourself, oh, I forgot how to do this, or you're gonna second guess yourself.
Self.
You know,
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
so
Mhm.
you have to stay consistent with the practice.
Mhm.
You have to love this. That's one thing I've learned too, how to stay consistent. If you love it, you won't, it won't even look like work, because
Right.
it'll just be an effort, that your holy zeal,
Mhm.
like a inner shining that you will have about yourself,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
about your person, your people
Mhm.
can tell. They're like, oh, brother G-Bay. Like I always get people, coming to ask me questions,
Right.
aid to the system because they know I'm not going to say no. I'm going
Mhm.
to aid the system and
Mhm.
love doing it.
Mhm. Wow.
You know, I like what you said about those tools, using them in that order. And I had an experience with that. I can testify to what you just said because I used to use my axe. It was the only tool I was using. My axe. I was cutting away the useless, knotty, and ungainly parts. That was my demonstration. If it's not working for T. Berry Bay, cut it off. It's not going T. Berry Bay way the way I would like it to go. Cut. I was overusing that axe. I had to say, whoa,
Mhm.
whoa. Let me use all of the tools.
Measure the
So
line.
when you said use them in that sequence,
Mhm.
that's right, in that order.
Mhm.
I can bear witness that you have to use them in order.
Mhm.
You don't want to overuse any one tool.
Mhm.
They're in that sequence for a reason.
Reason. It's
Is what
right.
I'm trying to
It's
say.
right.
Praise Allah.
It's
You
right.
know, and speaking to the inconstancy, if you don't stay consistent, you can end up in the shadows of the lower self. Think
Mm.
that you in your higher self, but you in the shadows because
Oh,
you're not totally in your low.
my.
Mm-hmm.
You're not at that dragon and beast,
Mm-hmm.
but you in the shadows of it when you entertaining the lower self.
Mm.
An inkling of a thought, it can take you off course.
Yes, man.
And I'm talking experience, you know, and so that's the shadows you got to be careful for. You got to always be aware as a boxer. You know how to look. My husband always say you gotta have that peripheral. You know, teaching my son how to bob and weave. I'll be learning. I learn.
But you know, we spoke about consistency the other day, and one of the analogies I use when it comes to consistency, it's just because you have a driver's license don't mean you can drive.
Right.
See, the driving comes from the practice, the repetition. You know, that's why I said the constancy of thy virtues and crown thee with honor. You know, just because you have a driver's license, it doesn't necessarily mean you know how to drive.
Right.
You know, the driving comes with the experience. You know, with the experience, the constant driving, because I know that's how I learned at a young age how to drive without a driver's license.
Yes, sir.
I had to go get the driver's license to complement my skills I already had.
That's right.
You see, because the driving comes with the actual practice.
It does.
In everything in life, you have to practice it.
Sharpen your tools.
So that consistency is a testament. Be consistent.
That's right.
Make it a part of every part.
I remember my husband used to say, and we have to renew our membership in our own spirit. Because sometimes you get rusty. Like when you're using the tools, you know, you got to sharpen the knife up again in order to use it. You know,
it's perpetual. You know, I like how brother P.J. Sale always talk about, and brother Jones Bay talk about staying in the circle. You know, it's no days off. You know, faithful is not something you arrive at.
Come on.
It's something you have to be. You know, when you think you arrived at faithful, you're like, I'm faithful. I earned the title of faithful. I'm good now. No. You have to. It's a continuous, perpetual working of staying in the circle. It never stops.
Yeah,
it's never arrive. You never arrive.
You got to keep the light on. You know, you have to
keep the light
on.
That's right.
It's more worried about what the light ain't too bright or the light too dim or the light don't do this.
That's right.
Oh, just keep the light on.
That's right.
Is make sure the light is on. So more so people can know that this is the truth. Like the more you have to America, you know you're not Negro, black, and colored. You know, that's so important to our life. Just that alone. Just that alone is so important. And it's so
that's right.
Important for you to be an example. You can't just speak it. Oh, we not Negroes, blacks, colored, Ethiopian. You got to live this.
That's right. That's right.
And
that
part of every part.
You know, going into that next key note, you spoke about the benefit of prayer, holding the thought. You know, the thought in the prayer. You know, so let's go.
Islam, yes, ma'am.
Islam.
I find myself sometimes I'm in a rush, or like I get up in the morning going to work and I'm in a rush. And, you know, it's hectic. I find myself having to get still first and pray. You know, whether I'm getting ready, you know, ironing my clothes, or let me pray, or even up, you know, I'm in the automobile and I'm driving, like that thought comes to mind. Let me settle, let me get still, and let me pray. And that opens up a world of different possibilities for my day to go by so good. You know, I'm actually giving it a thought. Like I'm thinking, I'm not just reacting no more.
Right.
You know, that alone, I started to gravitate to certain things people say to me. It could be a thought that I had in my head. I haven't told anyone, but since I prayed and I constructed my day in such a manner, I'm able to pick up on certain vibrations, certain things, and my day is go by so much more smoothly.
Right.
You know, and even when people, you know, they come to you with a little bit of you know, drama, so to speak, you able to kind of navigate through that. You know, you able to actually navigate and divide and direct this course to virtue. You know, that's what I found myself doing. I found myself always leaning towards Allah. And the only way I can get to Allah is through the Prophet of
you know, I want to say real briefly, how I met Brother G Bay in Chicago.
Yes.
I had the honors to serve with him, and we were outside Temple, and we introduced ourselves, and me and the brother just was going back and forth. We was just sharing our thoughts on life, and I said, "Wow!" I said, "This is my brother." I said, he said he was from Missouri. And then we were speaking off and on after Chicago for about 2 weeks before I even knew he was a member of Temple 5. Because I'm not really into the temple thing. I believe in one temple.
That's right.
I understand that we got different temples, but I'm a one temple more. You know, it's only one temple. So that's why I never, when you sent me the pictures and I saw T. Austin there, I said, what?
We didn't even know.
I said, that's your temple? I had no idea because I was just focused. I was just connecting with the spirit.
That's right.
And my brother, it wasn't a carnal connection. It was so divine that I forgot about the earthly part. I just wanted to share that.
Somebody in the chat, Tamika Moody Ill says, say that, Brother Berry Bay. That's right. You connected with our brother's spirit. Yeah. And I mean, it was just a pleasure, an honor to sit and fellowship with you, you know, and have a healthy dialogue as we are now, you know, and as we continue to move forward and speaking about that one tiller of the soil, a generous soul, a seeker after truth. You know, sometimes that's all. I mean, my grandmother, I'm going to repeat this. I used to say it all the time in the temple. And my grandmother spoke about that 144,000. You know, she's a Christian. And I didn't understand. I'm like, all these people in the world, you talking about 144,000 only going to make it? And the prophet is known to say that he said he can count on one hand.
Yeah, which was to say he can count what all you more is doing here. Yeah.
Right. So
you have fingers left over.
You know, so don't get all worried when you see that you're trying to deliver this love and this divine instructions and everybody can't hear it. They are where they are along the way. And we are to serve them where they are, you know, make them understand and make it plain and simple.
Yes,
Come on,
and that's where the strength lies in that in ministering these teachings and understanding that these teachings are universal.
That's
you
right.
know, I shouldn't find, you know, nothing to disagree about with my brother or sister when it comes to Allah's love. Universal Allah, wisdom, will, and love. There's no reason why it should be able to be a disagreement you and Allah is. You know, and that's why as a Muslim American Muslim, we shouldn't be getting into no disagreements or debates about Allah. Well, how are you gonna debate the truth? The truth is the truth. You know, the truth don't need you to debate for it or to defend it. Just be it more. That's all you have to do is be the example. And don't take your hand off the gospel plow. If the plow moving too fast for you, you know, tap that oxen and have them slow down. But don't lose grip of that plow.
That's right.
Don't lose grip. Keep hold of it. You know, and that's one thing I've learned about being reassured. You know, about the things that I worry about, I no longer worry about because I put it in Allah's own hand.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
Look how hard it is for a human, right, a man, to say, no, I'm not going to worry about it. You know, I'm going to leave it in Allah's hand because I know for a fact.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
Surety Allah made manifest. So, like, I have faith in this. I know this to be the truth, so I'm going to do it. That's one thing you got to learn is that when good is thy power, the one of good is evil. Just do the good. Just do what's the good that's within your reach.
That's right.
That's all you have to do.
That's right.
Stay consistent with that, and Allah's gonna start putting things on you when you're ready.
Right. That's right.
You know, it's some people, they be worried about the wrong things. You worry about yourself. Worry about getting yourself cleaned up.
That's right.
It was a passage, you know, like the Moors love to say about, you know, they kind of said the statement about you must learn to love instead of hate. You have to say that statement in its full context.
That's right.
That's right. You must say it in its full context. The fallen sons and daughters of the Asiatic nation need to learn to love instead of hate. and to know of the higher self and the lower self. This is the uniting of the Holy Quran of Mecca for the teaching and instruction of all Mohammed, etc.
That's right. That's right.
Etc. So that means not only the Moors of America, of Moroccan descent, but
that's right.
All those divine nations, and the Asiatic nations. He's talking about all of them.
That's
right. He's talking about your brothers and sisters who are unconscious if they Moorish American mob.
That's right.
He's talking about everyone. How about this? He even talking about your fellow man.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
But see, the Prophet of Jalil, he didn't have no problems with the European nation. He said, if they help me, why not you? This is your problem.
That's right.
He said the Negro problem is being solved only as it can.
That's right.
That's when the more science took up America.
That's right.
You know,
you can't.
He got you know, he got people behind him. Why don't you stand behind the prophet?
That's right. That's right.
And you stand behind the prophet, and the only way you're gonna do that is by being in the temple. I think on one of my social medias I put, you know, can a true Moor, can you be a true Moor and not be in the temple? Responses. I haven't responded on it yet because I love for more. It's kind of like a Sunday school. You know, it's not a right or wrong answer, but it's
That's right.
Expressing themselves. I'm trying to draw the love out of you. I don't want to become battered with this truth.
That's right. That's right.
I know the nature of our people, and it said in the oral statements that you got to treat Moors with silk or velvet gloves. I believe you know you have to.
I know when you're
talking you know, and dealing with us because of our spiritual makeup, you have to deal with us with cut. You know, and I know in ministering these lessons, I can't just be so firm and assertive with these lessons. These lessons must be ministered at times, like medicine. It's like medicine. You don't just take the whole thing of medicine.
That's right.
Take it in little bits and pieces at a time because the truth is one. You know, it's fine.
Yeah. It's fine, and you're supposed to take it every day at the same time.
I like that he said. I like what you said when you talked about, you know, the prophet even had respect for our fellow man.
Right.
You know, because too often do we try to circumscribe the prophet's message, but the prophet said the gospel of the resurrection of the dead is not confined to Jew or Greek, but it's the heritage of every man, of every time and clime. You know, that was how the prophet stated it. So yes, you can't circumscribe this. And he also stressed to us to be ourselves.
Right.
That's why I love when Sister Berry, my wife, how she always opened up with the prayer. And you know what she's demonstrating with the prayer is she's telling her story. She said, I woke up in the morning. I stood up on my square, faced the east, and then I said my prayer. She's just sharing her story with you in a melodic way, with harmonious rhythm. It's not that we supposed to say our prayer like that. That's her demonstration. It's a story she's telling. If you listen to it from the very beginning, she said, I woke up in the morning. I stood up on my square. Of course, she's not asking us to say the prayer like that because I know I can't say the prayer like that. You know, so it's just a personal demonstration. Like we're members of Branch Temple number 11, Syracuse, New York, but we are broadcasting out of Brooklyn, New York. So we always put, you'll see BK. Not that we're Branch Temple 11 Brooklyn, we're Branch Temple 11 Syracuse, New York, broadcasting from Brooklyn because we want the viewership to know where we are.
That's right.
That's real time. And to keep it all the way real with you, we proud of being from Brooklyn.
That's right.
You know, me and my wife was born the same year in the same hospital. So we Brooklyn for real. So you know, so you know, we this is Kings. We represent Brooklyn, Kings County. You know, and if you're from another school of thought, those are old school, Medina. Brooklyn, also known as Medina. So you know, that's for those who are, you know, to give people a little history on Brooklyn. And when people are born in Brooklyn, their commitment and it's a certain loyalty, like you would have with St. Louis. You know, you know how that go. So when you see Branch Temple 11, BK, we're not saying that we're a temple in Brooklyn. We're just saying we're broadcasting from Brooklyn. We're Branch Temple 11, Syracuse, New York. And my grand sheik brother, S. Annie Obey, can vouch for us.
That's right.
You know, I just wanted to share that.
Our daughter, Starberry, said, period.
You know?
Praise Allah. So, I mean, I'm so excited, and I'm trying to engage also with our viewers. We are at where the prophet spoke about the point of a sword, mental slavery. Satan hides behind good, and good is thy power, is what is a statement that you brought across when we was having our discussion.
Great discussion, yeah.
You know, good is thy power. And so when assisting our sisters and brothers, we make sure that we strengthen ourselves. Because I believe you put a post up this week that said you can't give peace if you don't have it.
Yeah, and what you say? What was your first part of that? You said to strengthen ourselves.
To strengthen ourselves.
The only true way to strengthen yourself is you have to be honest with yourself. We're from Brooklyn.
That's right. We're from Brooklyn. Sincerity.
You know,
sincerity is key. You know, yes. But you want to talk about that point of the sword and how, you know, what was your thought?
My thought would being. It was stated that the prophet said that, you know, I believe the Moors won't do anything except at a point of a sword. And you see that today. You know, today in these modern times, it may not be a sword. It may be a weapon, you know, like a pistol, you know, a firearm, I should say. Moors now, or unconscious Asiatics, I should say, you know, how their character or behavior would change, you know, when certain energies or people are around them. You know, that, you know, it's not that a Moorish unconscious Asiatic won't do it. It's that you only will do it if you're driven to do it. You know, and that's dealing with the mental slavery. That's right. The slavery. You know, you should be compelled to do it because good is thy power.
That's right.
Why you compelled to do it? It's because of your power, and I gave you the willpower to do it.
That's right.
It's not because someone made you to do it because they had to put a sword at the point of your neck.
That's right.
Come to think about it, I'm glad you say that, Sister Berry Bay, because the brother Jesus, you know, when they was driving him to Calvary, he had to be driven by the point of a sword carrying his cross.
Wow.
Find that. That'll be chapter 16.
Chapter 16, instruction.
That will be I'm sorry, Morris.
All is well.
All is well.
Take your time. That's doing the research.
That's Pilate's
right.
final effort to release Jesus fails.
Yes.
Yeah. He washes his hands.
The soldiers drive him to Calvary.
Right.
Inside of the title, it says it as well.
Well, while he's looking for it, yeah. I see. I like to make some mention. I see our brother Turner Bay. See, you gotta be bringing Brooklyn out.
Praise
Serrano Bay. They understand. they understand that, you know, that BK representation. You know, we don't want to confuse anybody. You know, we Branch Temple, you know, number 11, Syracuse, New York, but we're broadcasting from Brooklyn.
Islam, Morris.
Islam, man.
That's instruction 26.
Okay.
And they lifted Jesus from the ground, and at the point of swords, they drove him out.
That's right.
And think about what he had to go through, and the reason why they had to drive him at the point of swords. Because who would want to go through such humiliation and traumatic event of being stoned?
That's right.
People, people forget that's how that, in the older times, that's how they used to, I guess what they call that deal with like justice. They would stone you. And after the brother Jesus was stoned, they had to drive him forward with a point of a sword to carry a cross that wasn't even his. So, praise Allah for the Prophet Nabi Ali. Praise Allah for all the prophets, true and divine prophets, Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, and Confucius.
That's right. That's right. That's right. I love the way you brought that alive. See, that's why our Quran is so he this is the key.
It's the key.
G-Bay used this as the key. He went into the Quran, because a lot of our oral statements, or sometimes the Moors will say, they said, or they'll say the prophet said, it'd be it's like the Barado Arabo demonstration we spoke about. But Barado Arabo wasn't the only one in error. The Vidyapati,
right?
The wisest of all the Indian sages, he was in error as well, and he was a sage. And all of the priests. Remember, Vidyapati gathered the priests and told them to come here.
Right.
The rising star of wisdom. Speak, because they were all in error.
Right.
Because they sat and listened to him correct our brother Barado Arabo, and that for me lets me know that it don't matter how long you've been a member of the Moorish Science Temple of America, or how long you've been studying, that you can be in error. Barado Arabo was in error, but see how wise they were. They were able to stand corrected. They were able to stand corrected. When Master Jesus, he corrected them. He corrected Vidyapati as well. If you read the chapter in its entirety, Vidyapati was in error. That's why he gathered all the priests. He said, come on. We got to go back to the Temple Capavistu and hear the master speak. We had some things wrong. So it's a beautiful thing when you can take a thought and put it in conjunction with the sacred literature. Yeah, because they called them the Jewish prophet. They called him a master soul, a master sage, the rising star of wisdom, and in the end they called him the Buddha of enlightenment. So Jesus in his travels, he went by many names.
That's right. Come on.
He went by many names depending on who was perceiving.
But
or receiving.
That's why the prophet said the gift of the understandings are the treasures of Allah. He appoints to everyone his measure that seemeth good unto himself. That is profound. No judgment, no blame. We are all thoughts of Allah. Receive it. If it don't work for you, let it fly. Move on.
Yeah.
But don't judge. Leave that out of the picture.
And that's the whole key with unifying and getting a understanding and sharing understanding with one another. It's that true wisdom is less presuming than folly. The wise man doubted often and changed his mind.
That's right.
Is obstinate and doubted not. He knoweth all things, but his own
ignorance.
That's right. That's right.
That's right.
It's the wise man that's able to look within his own soul, his own heart, and say, you know what, I'm wrong. I could be wrong.
I could be wrong.
And they also G-Bay in that demonstration too, we have to be careful when we say the elders said. The elders said, because that's what Barado Arabo did. He told the master, he said, the priest told us so. Thus we know.
Thus we know.
And the master had to bring him the lesson. Listen, Mo, if you have no better proving, but the priest told you so, you simply guess. So we got to check ourselves, and we don't take things on face value. Just because a priest told you something, don't mean, listen, in that chapter, I seen Vidyapati, a sage, in error. So I know I can be in error. You see, I seen a sage in error, and he had no problem standing corrected. He gathered the priests, he brought them into Temple Capavistu, and he said, listen.
That's right.
To the living oracle of Allah, speak. He told him, be still. Hear and listen.
That's right.
This is a master himself. So never be hesitant or ashamed to stand corrected, Moors. Even if your elder told you it.
And that's the only way you're going to grow your spirituality.
That's right.
That's
But
right.
you don't realize that you don't know everything. And like you're saying,
Don't.
it's a continuation type of thing. It's just because in one subject you ascended to believe, faith, and fruition, it's a continuous thing. You don't just because of one thing you gain to the degree of fruition to where now in something else, it's sincerity you don't. Maybe in gratitude you do. You have gained a degree of manifestation, but it's an ongoing thing. It's a continuous type of thing. It's a cycle. You know, you constantly you're learning all the time. There's never one thing you just know. You're always learning. Like you saying, the sage, he realized that he could be wrong. He doubted. He said, "You know what? I could be wrong. You know what? To this young oracle speak."
That's right. Listen
That's
to the
right.
young oracle speak. That's right.
You can get stuck. You can get stuck in knowing. I like that. That it is a quote that I found in my studies, and it spoke about when you get stuck in knowing, you don't grow because you're not no more learning. You're not opening your mind and heart to continue to learn, and you stagnate a nation when you get stuck like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
You
That's
have to
what
you
they say
gotta
about
continuously learn.
emptying in your cup. You have to approach
Empty your cup.
market with an empty cup. And it must be the cup or the glass must be clean also too. You have to have a clean.
Right.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
So you can be able to approach this with a pure heart.
Right.
Not a heart filled with greed, avarice, selfishness, lewdness, slander, the lower self. You have to approach this thing here with love and purity. You have to. That's the only way you're going to get these lessons, and that's the only way you're going to make them applicable to your life.
That's right.
That's right.
We want these lessons to work for you, because they work for us. They work off for all the boys.
Absolutely.
The Moors must stay consistent. You have to stay consistent in these. So we know that this thing works. This is for the young and yet unborn.
That's right.
For Prophet Noble to make that statement in the early 20th century, listen how profound he had to be.
That's
this
right.
is for the young and yet unborn.
Yes.
That's right.
Then he's talking about us.
That's right.
That's right. That's right. He's talking about us.
Like Muay Thai. We talking about application, and I always say that application and the instruction are not going to look the same. Right. One is the instruction, one is the application of. It's just like in Mao Cho, when your instructor, him telling you, G-Bay, you have to do this, you make the move like this. Him telling you it is one thing, but when you have to go apply it, that's a different demonstration. And sometimes we don't recognize the application of the instruction. Because when you're not practicing, you don't recognize the instructions applied.
Right.
You don't recognize it. You just stay stuck in the instruction. The prophet said, not realizing that you have to, instructions are to be applied. And when you apply them, they take on a different life of its own.
That's right.
That's how that's why they say the faithful speak to the faithful. Those who are practicing, you know who's practicing because you know what application look like.
Yep.
You're not stuck in the instruction.
You know how to make immediate change for your conditions because we are creators and we make our own. And
that's what I found, sister, when I was on my journey. I found that the more I stay consistent with this thing, the more blessings were abound. Allah started to open to introduce me to different people, and I blessed other people. Like this Asiatic sister down at one of our farmers market here in St. Louis, Missouri, called Sudor Market. Sister Miss Watkins, she's a herbal doctor, and she's a Christian woman, and she seen me kind of get healthy. She seen my health change using her products. And I told the sister, I said, you know what? You remind me of the prophet Jesus. And she was like, why? He said, I said, because you heal people. And that's what you do. You heal people. And just like that, I was introducing me to different people who was able to aid and assist me. So the only way I was able to actually be appreciative of that is to realize that I'm not perfect. If I have so much pride and ambition about myself, and I'm more smart, I'm this, I'm that, I'm never going to be able to receive the prophet. I'm never going to be able to receive Allah and man. I'm never going to be able to recognize Allah and man because I'm going to be too busy trying to express myself and not let them express the Allah that dwells within them. So
that's right.
These teachings are so profound. The prophets say that he gave you something you can shout about.
That's right.
And it's good that you can shout about this. These teachings work in your life and in your loved one's life. Because as I've been on this path, even my own parents have changed their lives. Their health. They became vegetarians. Certain words they use. They don't say Negro, Black, color, Ethiopian. They say Asiatic. When we're talking, and sometimes we slip. They may say, "Wow, the holidays coming up," and I say, "Huh, excuse me." But it's love, but it's under love, and they would say, "Oh, yeah, your holiday is on Friday."
Right.
So it's wonderful to know that these teachings work.
That's right.
It
That's
is
right.
definitely wonderful.
And it's also beautiful to know that today we stand upon a crest of time.
That's right.
In 1886, January 8th, a master soul was born. See, we have to know that this is ancient, but it's contemporary. Prophets said that I'm not a myth made of the fleeting winds, but I am flesh and bone and brawn, and can cross the borderland at will. So we have to know that this is now. This is more is science. We're not dealing with some ancient dogma. We are, but we not. We are in a way where it's contemporary. Because we are those ancient spirits.
You use that word dogma. I learned from the Buddha that dogma is emptiness. You must empty yourself to receive. That's when you spoke about the emptying your cup. So everything is necessary. I heard a sister Graves used to say, everything is happening just the way it's supposed to happen.
Right.
Everything is necessary. So praise Allah, Brother G. Bay. We are coming up to a close here. But you spoke about the standards for the family. You spoke about having a greater appreciation for womanhood. We hope to have you back so that we can continue this healthy dialogue, because I love the way you spoke about the sisters. I love the way you spoke about your family and your love for your family. And that's where the First Nation is. Family.
Yeah, and that what I was meant by is contemporary is how, our brothers and sisters, Asiatic brothers and sisters, to say, we built the pyramids.
Right.
In the Bible, that's us.
Right.
Know that. But we struggle how to be that.
We struggle.
The Moorish American is being what you're saying we were. We're being it in real time.
And you know what? It's good that you mentioned that, because like in my life, my spiritual journey has been like that. I remember as a young boy, a babe, my mother, she was into the Jehovah's Witness, and I remember these two Asiatic ladies coming and instructing me, and I never forget. It was this book called the Children's Book of Bible Studies, and I never forget. We were sitting at the kitchen table, and this Asiatic sister said, "This is your history." 6 years old, I'm looking at the pictures. I'm loving the pictures, how they look. Everything's so cool. And as I grew older, Allah just started sending messengers my way. And my aunt, my mother's sister, Allah rest her soul, my aunt Sonia Cox, she was a Hebrew Israelite. And in my teenage years, I studied with my aunt to know that we are the true Israelites, and when I heard the prophet say that we are the ancient Canaanites and Moabites, that was such a reassurance.
Yes.
because I had already prayed for a prophet that, for a God that all that it wasn't you just believe in this prophet and you go to this God. No, I want the God that serves all the prophets. When I heard that, you just don't know how much of an epiphany that was for me.
Wow.
I've already heard it before I knew about Prophet Charlie. I already knew that we were Asiatics. I already
That's right. That's right.
The prophet say, I gave you something to shout about. We are the ancient Canaanites and Moabites.
That's right.
I was like, wow. Wow, this is what I need to be following.
We definitely have to
give honors to my uncle Fazine Najiel because he's the one that introduced me to the prophet.
Wow, that's right.
I really love, and that's why I say it's a family effort. It really is a community. It's a family effort. It's helping us and instructing us and keeping us reminded of this, because sometimes we can fall short and we can have mission drift, or we, along the way on that straight path, sometimes we can get distracted. It's on us to help us remind each other. That's why we have to communicate this love to one another.
That's right.
That's right.
One another in good and harmony and love. We must bring each other up and keep our thoughts with Allah.
That's right.
Wow.
When someone in my family is going through something, I'm always notifying and taking note of the good.
That's right. That's right.
Wow.
Real quick, they said the prophet said those who was with him 2,000 years ago was with him, those who were against him or against him. In our Quran, it referred to him as a Hebrew prophet 2,000 years ago. But in our 101s, he says, "What's my nationality? Moorish American." See how the spirit moves?
It's not. It can't be circumscribed.
It can't be circumscribed.
It cannot. Praise Allah. We're coming to a close. Thank you again, Brother G. Bay, and to my husband, Brother T. Berry Bay. This was a beautiful dialogue discussion today, and we hope that you come back really soon. I'd like to make our announcement. This coming Friday, Holy Day meeting at 7:30 on our national Facebook page. It also will stream into YouTube. So subscribe, like, share. We have our Sunday school meeting, national page again on Facebook at 2 p.m. this Sunday. Monday coming, we have Girl Talk, Real Talk, Moorish Talk with my beautiful sisters. Please tune in and show your love and participation. And we also have on Wednesday, Universal Love. Praise Allah. Tune in and show your support.
And also listen out for the rescheduling of the conversation with the moderator with Brother S. Aniel Bay, our Grand Sheik, and Brother R. Jones Bay, our Grand Sheik.
Yes. Wow. So praise Allah. We appreciate you all. I know we didn't get to call out names. We have Brother Barn Ill, Sister Barn Ill, Sister Seals Ill, Serrano Bay. We have so many people tune in to Mika Moody Ill.
Islam.
We love you. And again, thank you for always tuning in and showing your love. Remember to keep the prophet out front. Remember to say your prayer, whatever you're practicing, as long as it is breeding peace and love, you cannot fail. You cannot. So, and with that, we'll meet again on a Wellness Wednesday in 2 weeks at the rise of the sun.
Peace on earth, goodwill to men.
Peace.